Welcome back to Deep Tech Atelier and the Deep Tech Startup Competition. We're already at round 3 of our 5-round fight. So round 3 will bring us 5 more teams who will compete for the fabulous prizes and, of course, the title winner of Deep Tech Startup Competition. This event is brought to you by the Investment and Development Agency of Latvia and Commercialization Reactor. And so please do take a look also at the expos in the Deep Tech Atelier platform. If you're watching from the platform right now, go through the expos. You can find also teams in the expos, some entrepreneurs there, possibilities for entrepreneurs. So do explore the whole platform. It has been built especially for you. Right now, we are back in our competition right here on the Deep Tech stage, and we have 5 teams. The rules have not changed. You're going to hear 4-minute pre-recorded presentation, and then 3 minutes of questions and answers from our fabulous jury. Welcome back, everybody in the jury panel. And we are ready for the first pitch. It comes all the way from France. Pyramin. Pyramin aims to further develop an innovative, first-in-class medicine against aggressive inflammatory autoimmune disorders. Primary focus will be on broad, chronic inflammatory diseases with significant unmet needs, such as ulcerative colitis. Let's listen.
Hello, everybody, and thank you to the organizers for giving me a chance to present our company, Pyramin, developing innovative therapeutics against chronic inflammatory diseases. The company was founded in late 2017. It was co-founded and managed also by strong, highly skilled people. We are focusing on inflammatory diseases. This disease affects around 10% of world population, and they are still increasing. There are existing treatments, but they have significant side effects, and also they can induce high resistance. There is still high unmet medical need. According to previous studies, it was well documented that some kind of helminths, parasites, called schistosomes, can regulate the immune response. And investigators try to treat patients with inflammatory disease like Crohn's disease by giving them the whole parasite or the worm eggs. Okay, they reduce the inflammation, but with strong side effects. We can say that it's well documented that helminth therapy can have a major role in the treatment of inflammatory diseases. But instead of using the whole parasite, at Pyramin we use one protein produced by this parasite. This protein called P20AGST, now we produce it as recombinant protein in yeast. And we have strong package of data showing its inflammatory properties and can be used standalone or in combination with existing therapies. We know very well our products, its molecular properties, and also its anti-inflammatory properties. It induces an increase of anti-inflammatory biomarkers, cells, cytokines, or other markers, and reduce the pro-inflammatory factors like cytokines or cells. Concerning the intellectual property, we are granted an exclusive license on a patent for the use of this product in all inflammatory disease, and we also filed our own patent last year. We acquired also all the assets and material needed for the manufacturing and also for the filing of our clinical trials. We acquired also data of previous clinical trials for using this product in man. We can use these products in different chronic inflammatory diseases like IBD, psoriasis, or others. But we decide at Pyramin to focus on only one disease to have the proof of concept of efficacy of our products, and we decide to work on ulcerative colitis. Why? Because it's a chronic inflammatory bowel disease with very, very bad quality of life for patients. And this disease increases the risk of carcinoma. No, there is no curative therapy, and the existing treatment showed less than 50% of efficacy after 1 year of treatment. This is why we think that there is a real need of treatment on this disease. And also, the number of patients is increasing and the market is huge. It's estimated to around $6 billion by 2025. Now we paved the way for our next phase 2 clinical trials. We acquired different data and material from academia, and now we are ready to release the new batch of our products, to file the phase 2 trial early next year and to treat patients before the end of 2022. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Pyramin, and we welcome on the stage Abderrahim Lakhar. Welcome to the Deep Tech stage. Dear jury, 3 minutes in your disposal, and Lena, you're first. Go.
One question: will this medicine be able to be produced so that it can be bought at a reasonable cost? I mean, I know that it's a serious disease, but if treatment is very, very expensive, it might be an obstacle.
No, the cost of good is affordable. It's less expensive than any other treatment because it's produced in yeast. If you're familiar with biotech manufacturing of products in yeast, for example, 100 liters of yeast cultures give us 4,000 vials. It's less expensive than any other treatment. This is why it's good. It's very good for health systems in Europe and other countries.
All right, next question. Please do raise your hand if you have a question. All right, Waldemar.
Hi, and thank you for the presentation, and thank you for healing the world. Can you tell us a little bit about your business development status? What have you done so far, and who is responsible in your team for business development?
Okay, in our team we are just 6 persons. Okay, and I am in charge of the business development myself with the help of our chief operating officer. But sometimes we work with advisors. We have some advisors in Europe, and also we work with an advisor in the United States, based in Boston. This situation today, we have 2 strategies. We are in discussion with VCs in order to found the company, and also we initiate discussions with the big pharma companies. I will not disclose the confidential information, but we have now we have 2 ongoing due diligence with discussions with the big pharma companies, global pharma companies.
Last minute, last question. Please do raise your hand. 45 seconds left. Yes, Anna.
Yes, so thank you for the presentation. I wanted to ask about the investors. So have you already received some financing?
Yes, we have first investment made by the foundation based in the north of France. This is a seed investment, and we have support from the French government for around 1.5 million euros. We received non-dilutive support from the European Union, and now we are also in due diligence with the syndicate of some investors, mainly French investors, and also one investor based in Basel in Switzerland.
Thank you, Abderrahim. You perfectly are in 3 minutes. Thank you for your answer.
Okay, thank you.
That was your 3-minute round of questions and answers to Pyramin. Thank you. Best of luck. And let's say hello to Dora Marasvolgi. Hello, Dora.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Dora, please do introduce yourself quickly. What's your background and what is the one thing you are looking for in these pitches and answers?
Thank you very much. Hi, I am Dura Maros-Völgyi, based in Hungary, and I am an economist by profession. And I work with early stage startups on their strategy and business development. So these will be the main aspects that I will be looking into. And I'm working with healthcare startups, especially.
All right, thank you, Dora. Welcome to the exquisite jury panel. And we will continue with our next pitch presentation, Higher Vision from Latvia. Higher Vision converts invisible to visible and enables to make decisions based on clear visual information in any visibility conditions. Let's see what they have.
Hello, my name is Arvils Jurkalis and I'm representing company Higher Vision. We are developing optical systems that converts invisible to visible. Rescue, defense, transport infrastructure and activities are limited by weather and poor visibility conditions, like fog, smoke and low light, that increase operational costs, increased accident and lost life risks. We are developing high-resolution lens systems for operations in visual and shortwave infrared wavelengths. We enable to see visible and invisible. Our technology enables to see through fog, clouds and smoke, and low light conditions. We provide visual information for analytics and control systems. Users will be able to see, to control and act, to make analysis. Comparing with competitors, we have achieved 3 times increased light throughput, that means shortened exposition time and quality, increased spectral resolution, decreased different distortions, increased spectral range for our systems. Our IP include know-how of assembling design and material choice. IP is currently company secret, and that will go for patent filing at proper level of investments and sales activities. Our business model includes cooperation with data analytics and artificial intelligence product developers and sensor and system producers. Together, we are developing high-resolution visual and short-wave infrared band control tool. Higher Vision design and assemble custom products to sell to camera manufacturers and control system producers. We license design of high-volume products, and worldwide distribution is planned through camera manufacturer and control system producer sales support network. According to Fortune Business Insight, sphere camera market size projected above $400 million by 2027. We are targeting up to 10% of this market. Our target customer groups include about 2,000 seaports around the globe, about 53,000 global fleet of sea ships, fleet of high and regular speed trains and infrastructure, 195 country defense, rescue and border guard organizations, and in the future, about 80 million cars annually sold. We are planning to start our sales at the end of this, beginning of next year, with sales of 100 units of focal lens systems and achieving revenue of 500,000 euros. Next stage include to achieve 1.7 million euros revenue in mid of 2023 and close to 6 million euros revenue by mid of 2025. Our team include myself as a CEO with management, B2B sales, development and marketing experience within different industries. We have experienced project management team with background of banking and industrial supplies. We have R&D team, experienced engineers of optical system design. We are looking for industrial partners and investors who could link us to industries, what we have mentioned here in this presentation, and for first seed investments from 250 up to 500,000 euros, depending on investor profile. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you for the presentation. Welcome on the stage, Arvils. Nice to see you. Jury, please do raise your hands. 3 minutes have started. Who is the first one in my list? Let's see. All right, Stefan.
Hi, thank you for a good presentation, but I didn't really catch the technology you're using for the cameras.
Our core competence is optical systems, and we are using inventions and experience of optical system designers who has worked in the past for space research programs, and we are developing optics that are working in visual and shortwave infrared bands.
So you don't use any LIDAR or something?
No, it's LIDAR. It's I would say competing technology with other opportunities and also limitations. So we can provide high resolution visual information in any conditions, I would say.
All right, thank you. Ben, your question?
Just a quick question about who you think the first adopters of this are going to be.
We have received confirmation from, for example, from ports or smart cities environments where is needed high resolution visual information at long distances. That's our core competence. And of course, on defense industry, that's also is a very valuable market, but there are a lot of applications.
All right, next question. Dora.
Hello, could you elaborate a little bit on the competition?
Yes, competition, we would say that currently it's rather limited because technology is developing very fast, and especially on electronic side, on sensor side. Some years ago, this shortwave infrared band wasn't very usable on high resolution because sensors were not ready for that. Currently, we have some competition, but at comparison, we have recognized that we have some advantages because we can use wider range of wavelengths, and we have decreased different distortions. So quality of image we could get better.
All right, looks like nobody's raising their hand, and that will probably make my timer run out anyways. So thank you for your questions. Thank you for the answers, Arvils. Best of luck with your business, and we'll see how you will do in the end. Thank you. That was HireVision. Next up, it is DetectU from Latvia, next generation advanced material DHZ camera tech for precise, non-destructive inspection and product quality testing on site with the ability to see beyond thick surface. Let's listen to DetectU.
Hi, we are DetectU. Defective and faulty quality inspection is leading cause of 15 million tons wasted seed and wood products annually. Producers are working to identify better rapid detection method to determine quality on the site more precisely. Existing tech can't penetrate thick objects like wood or building materials and can't examine big batches of seeds in cost and energy efficient way. And the risk that the sample does not represent the actual quality of the batch and products is very high. So we bring a solution, next generation advanced material terahertz camera tech, which enables first efficient non-destructive inspection and product quality testing on the site. By combining four main ingredients, terahertz waves, liquid crystals, Spatialite modulators and single pixel imaging, we build our DetectU camera. And the biggest core value is that by liquid crystals based Spatialite modulators, we enabling of more advanced terahertz imaging for quality inspection. And the uniqueness is that we can enhance detection capabilities and enabling 100% precise inspection method on site. Plus, by enabling sensitivity, we can open possibility to inspect big objects. And in the simple terms, we are like X-ray, only without any destructive impact on live tissue. Ideal for seeds, wood, building materials, and security screening as well. And our go-to-market strategy is divided in two separated stages. The first stage, we are focusing on 23 terahertz companies and helping enhance their detection technologies. And the second future stage is the seed companies and our customers in the future, by providing them with quality detection cameras. Our main competition is 4 scientific teams which are working on similar solutions, but we are first scientific breakthrough in terahertz imaging at stage of commercialization. Our IP, liquid crystal formula, and unique synthesis method impossible to replicate. The market is growing, and quality control security markets are on massive rise. We already are signing our first customers and are moving fast to reach next 10 industrial terahertz developers. And our pricing is based on 25 rule. The reality in dollars, 1/4 of the savings in dollars to the licensee, plus costs for service and R&D work. Our company is consisting from 5 founders, which includes leading terahertz scientists, leading liquid crystal scientists, and leading chief R&D in terahertz space. And basically, we are focusing at this stage for product quality testing and security screening. But in the future, we can go and expand in industrial defectoscopy, waste sorting, object detection, and lab testing applications as well. And we basically have 40 years experience in developing many liquid crystal compositions, 50 years on R&D on terahertz metamaterials, and unique approach of synthesis of liquid crystals. We are raising at this point €500,000 investment for rapid tech development, which will enable us to expand for wider client base, seed wood building material producer, and faster expand in security screening markets. Thank you.
Thank you to DetectQ, and let's welcome on the stage Kristaps Tsirulis. Hello, Kristaps. I hope you are ready, because the jury definitely is. 3 minutes on the clock, and the first one in my list is Ben.
My question is about the environment where the technology is applied. Factory floor or lab sampling, expert users, or routine screening by factory workers?
Yeah, basically, we are applying our technology on production lines, in the production lines, and integrated it in it. So this is the main, our application method.
All right, next up, it's Lena.
You mentioned that you have 4 customers. In which segment are those? Is that within seed or?
No, these are terahertz camera developers, existing camera developers, and the first stage for us is enhance their technologies, and then afterwards we are working on camera itself and expanding our market.
All right, next question, please. I have 2 minutes on the clock. Enough time for your questions. Pavel, yes?
Hello. Do you also have image analysis competence in your team?
No, this is our basically, I would say, a partner from Taiwan, which will produce for us a chip which can effectively work on single pixel imaging.
All right, thank you. Looking for raised hands. All right, Voldemars.
Hi, you mentioned that you're raising $500,000, if I'm not mistaken. Can you tell us a bit more why do you need that money and where it will take you?
Yeah, so 200 is for R&D and for specific application development, which we need to make for the clients which we are working at this point. And the 300 is for operational costs and market expansion, basically. And the runaway, which we calculated, is approximately a year with this money and budget.
All right, one quick question, if anybody wants to ask something.
May I have a follow-on question?
Yeah.
and that operational and R&D stuff, what you're going to achieve from a business perspective with that money?
All right, quick answer.
So basically, we will have a final product for existing the customer base, and at this point, we will be able to expand.
All right.
To
Thank you. Thank you, Kristaps. Thank you for your answers. Best of luck in the competition. That was the TechU on the Deep Tech Atelier startup competition. All right, next up in my list is Spatialite Antenna Systems from Latvia. It combines knowledge and experience of liquid crystals, metamaterials, and radio equipment design, and it uses to produce state-of-the-art antennas and wireless communications. Let's listen to their pitch.
Hi, I'm Aldous from Spatialite Antenna Systems. Mobile communications evolve, with 5G being introduced and satellite communications increasing its role. However, both of them are facing deployment problems. Traditional Satcom on the move antennas are too bulky to be placed on cars, whereas flat panel semiconductor antennas are costly to produce and cooling is required, as they are consuming way too much energy, thus not a good option for electric cars. Recently, Elon Musk tweeted that Starlink terminal antennas is much too big to be installed in Tesla. In 5G backhaul links, to provide stable, long-range, high-capacity data transmission, antenna self-alignment is required. Semiconductor flat panel antennas can provide it. However, they are costly to produce, have high energy consumption, and have limited in frequency ranges above 80 GHz. On the other hand, parabolic antennas is not a good solution too, as radio beam alignment with servo motors is slow, high energy consuming, as well as they are requiring regular maintenance, thus increasing costs. To solve these problems, we have developed new concept antenna using liquid crystal filled metamaterials. Our technology concept is allowing to produce antenna which is very energy efficient, no cooling need, really flat form, with fast electronic beam steering without any moving parts. This allows to solve mentioned problems efficiently, both for Satcom on the move and for 5G millimeter wave backhaul links. There's estimation that the market is going to reach 20 billion in nearest 5-6 years time and is growing constantly. On the fast track, we are approximately 2 years away from our first product launch to the market. We are not alone. Smart antennas based on liquid crystal are already available in the market for Satcom applications. Recent Bill Gates' $85 million investment in Kymeta emphasized potential of this market. But we have important advantage over our competitors. We are having unique in-house competence of designing application-optimized liquid crystals, which leads to better antenna technical and functional parameters that matter for end user. Our great team is possessing all needed business and scientific skills to meet our ambitious goals. So far, we have produced and successfully tested our first lab prototype. Based on these testing results, we have found 2 serious industrial partners, PTI Norte from Spain and global company Comscope. Both of industrial partners have expressed strong interest to cooperate with us to develop new type of antenna. PTI has signed letter of intent with us, and both of these companies has defined requirements for next prototype. To deliver those prototypes is our near-term priority. Therefore, we started raising funding. We are expecting to raise 100k euros in grants and currently are looking for 95k complementary private capital. If you are keen to join our round, let's grab a virtual coffee and discuss. Thank you.
Thank you, Spatialite, and welcoming on the stage Uldis Vilks. Hello, Uldis. Welcome to the question and answer round. 3 minutes on the clock, and Lena, you are first.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for your presentation. Maybe this is early, but have you got any view on if you'll be able to, if everything succeeds as planned, will you be able to produce these antennas at an affordable cost, or what does the margins look like in the end when you're at the market?
Yeah, first of all, we will not produce by ourselves antennas. We will produce together with CommScope, which is one of the biggest. Yeah, and but we have good indication from our two competitors, because one is on TRL10, another TRL8 already, and they already have a clear indication of the cost of those antennas, and they are much less costly than semiconductor antennas.
All right, thank you. Next up, Ben.
Thank you. I certainly agree the opportunity is huge and it's pressing. You've noted there are competitors out there and Bill Gates is chucking money at this. How will you assure us that you guys can move quickly enough to secure your advantage and get bought at a high price in a few years' time?
Yeah, as I mentioned in the presentation, we are, although there is available the liquid crystals in the market, but we have scientists who can produce much better. We have proved already this in previous project, and this is the main disadvantage which we are holding actually. And this doesn't mean we will make it cheaper, but we will make with better parameters with content, and that's why CommScope is very interesting. They are really keen to. They are waiting for our prototype. That's very important.
All right, thank you. Anna, I saw you raise your hand, but then lower it. I guess answered
my question was answered.
Okay, Lena?
Yeah, no, I also have a question about that. I mean, considering the competition, I mean, even if you're ahead now, are you still confident that you will be ahead in a year or two, considering that the competence that you have could maybe be acquired somewhere else as well, considering that if the budget is big enough? What's your plan for maintaining your advantage, considering the competition?
For maintaining.
Yeah, making sure that you're ahead also a year or two in the future, considering the big financial muscles of your competitors. Do you understand?
Yeah, but the competitors they are getting money for they are in different. They are going different approach. They are.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Aldis. I have to stop you there. Limited time, limited answers. Aldis, thank you very much. 3 minutes were your disposal. Thank you for your answers, and thank you to your jury for your questions. That was Spatialite Antenna Systems. And the last team in this round is EmiBlue from Latvia, focused on innovative transitions, metal-free chemical synthesis method, and previously unavailable TDAF OLED light-emitting materials. Let's see their pitch.
Roughly 25 years ago, two brilliant scientists, Stephen Buchwald and John Hartwig, invented a synthesis method that later would allow for creation of the OLED screens. You see, chemical synthesis is a lot like cooking. You need ingredients and a process to create these screens. And one of the ingredients in making the OLED screens are rare transition metals such as palladium, iridium, and rhodium. And the problem is, those metals are extremely expensive and bad for the environment, making Buchwald-Hartwig method unsustainable in the future, even though people will still want our clear OLED displays. And today I'm delighted to announce a solution for that problem. I call it the Mastovich method, named after Yevgeny Mastovich, scientist and a co-founder of EmiBlue, who invented it. The method uses no rare transition metal catalysts at all. And apart from that, it is superior in 3 more ways. First, quality. The result is absolutely the same as with the old method. You get identical chemical compounds at the end. Second, business disruption, or rather no business disruption, because the method can be performed on the same manufacturing equipment as currently. 3, Our method reduces manufacturing time by a factor of 5. It is up to 5 times faster than the previous method. We know this because we've tested it. It works, and we're ready to take it to market. And for that, our revenue model is licensing this intelligence to screen manufacturers. We have an IP strategy that is designed to give us market leadership in this space for at least the next 15 to 20 years. And in this time, our model is to keep discovering, keep inventing, and keep licensing. The OLED market is huge, and we've narrowed it down and identified that our total serviceable market is at least $3 billion USD and is growing annually by roughly 20%. Based on industry standard licensing fee of 1 to 3%, we're looking at a potential annual income of 30 to 90 million USD. And this is just the OLED industry. Did you know that the Buchwald-Hartwig method is also used in the pharma industry to make drugs? This is another avenue for us, which is worth billions of dollars. Although it's been extremely hard to pinpoint exactly who supplies companies like Samsung, LG, and other OLED manufacturers with intelligence on creating OLED screens, but we do know that academia is working on it. Although academic achievements are not ready for the market yet, and we will be the first to take this outside of the laboratory. But because these industries are very secretive, we need someone, and we're looking for someone who can open doors to the OLED manufacturers in pharma. Also, at the end of 2021, we're planning the next round of investment. So if you're an investor and our company fits your profile, please come talk to us. And now, a slightly older version of myself will gladly answer your questions. Thank you for watching.
Thank you to Emmy Blue for your presentation and welcoming on the stage the slightly older version of Artur Grigorievs. And 3 minutes at your disposal. Please do raise your hands. And we are off to the races. So the questions and answers. Who is first? All right, Anna.
Hi, so thank you for the presentation. It was very impressive, I would say. So I have a question about the how do you apply it? So you mentioned it can be applied to any manufacturing equipment. So how do you manage that?
Thank you for your question. That's a good question. In organic chemistry, most of the reactions are done on a set of very similar equipment. And we've talked to academic institutions who say that this is going to be done on the same equipment, or even better, the equipment that is responsible for adding these metal catalysts is redundant. So you not only save time, you can also kind of fire one of your machines too, because you don't need it anymore. But in general, the answer is that in organic chemistry, most of the reactions are done on a similar set of equipment. Yes.
Ben, you're next.
You're describing quite a paradigm shift, and that's exciting. Unfortunately, we didn't really see the slide on the team. So could you just give us the quickest of summaries of, what the team looks like?
Sure, we have a very interesting team. In a sense, I describe it, I am the CEO, and I'm the visionary and the optimist. My co-founder and chief operating officer, he's a skeptic and strategist. He always tries to look for trouble and how to solve it. I'm looking for direction, and he's looking for which direction is worth pursuing. And of course, the scientist, he's the genius and inventor behind all of this. And he's also been very good because it's surprising for academia, but he never disclosed or published this technology anywhere. So we have, currently we are the only one holding it and knowing about it. So it's not published anywhere yet. There was a smart move by our scientist.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for your answer, Lena.
Yes, thanks a lot for your presentation. And I can for sure tell that you're a visionary and an optimist, and it's lovely to see. I'm, however, a bit curious. If your skeptic colleague was here, what would he say? What is the main obstacles or threats to your success? Is there anything that can stop you from world dominance?
Currently, the most important thing is the IP strategy. because as 25 years ago, the Buchwald and Hartwig came up with their method and hold basically a monopoly for 25 years. Now we need to protect the IP well, and that's expensive. And that's exactly why we need professional guidance and, let's say, investment, perhaps with people who understand how this industry works.
Thank you. Sorry, Pavel, time is up. I couldn't get to our question, but the 3 minutes are up. Thank you very much, Arturs. Best of luck with your technology and your startup. Let's see how you will do in the last round when the jury will evaluate everything. And that was round 3 in our pitch competition. We're going to return back at 4:05 Latvia time. Another 20 minutes for you to stretch out, compose your thoughts, and we'll be back here on the Deep Tech Atelier stage for the Deep Tech Startup Competition. See you 5 minutes past 4.